Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Dive In podcast, where we dive in into diversity and inclusion. Right now, we're at the Justice Center. We're here with Shiraz. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is DNA Vega. I'm an animation major. I'm a junior this year and identify as Mexican American. So, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, DNA. My name is Shiraz Hassan. I am a biology major. This is my fourth year. I'm Sudanese as well and graduating this May.
Really?
Yes,
Are you excited?
I am very excited.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I'll try to see you at the stage.
See you be there.
I know you'll definitely be there.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to ask you 5 simple questions, mostly about your life and what do you experience every day. So, with our first question, what is different the what is the difference between the culture at home and the culture on campus?
So, like I said, I'm Sudanese, so there is no other Sudanese students on campus. So, with that being said, the culture on campus is way different than the culture at home because I'm just not practicing any of the things that I do at home with my friends. Even my friendship with a lot of the Americans is not quite the same as my friendships to the Arab people, of course. But of course, I enjoy it. I join other clubs and stuff like that to make it a little bit similar to what I experience at home, but it's completely different.
Is there like any challenges that you face being like the only person from your culture?
So, some of the challenges that I face when, at least when making iftar in Ramadan, yes, there's a lot of other Muslim students like me on campus, but to make it similar to what I really experienced in my country, I found the hardest. But I still found a lot of support from the Justice Center and also other students who are Muslim but they're not from Sudan, and we made it happen. And that's exactly when I felt like I was able to experience a bit of my culture and religion on campus.
That's good to hear that you find a way to connect yourself to the community here. I know that in a couple previous episodes of the Dive In podcast, we even talked about how the level of diversity here is pretty low, but there are possibilities here on campus to find a community in whatever way. It can be through religion, through a hobby, or through anything. And I feel like that's one of the good things that the campus has willing to offer us.
Yeah, there is a lot of support around campus. It's just us have to push our way out of our comfort zone to make things happen because they're not aware of our culture and they don't know about it. So the only way to kind of achieve that is to go out of our comfort zone and start telling people about our culture and making events happen. Even though I'm the only one, of being a Sudanese student, of course if I don't teach other about my culture, then they don't know that it exists. And then it goes, unknown, and then the other Sudanese student, the upcoming generation will come through and not make any efforts because the people that before didn't do any of that and they didn't leave any signature. So I decided before I graduate, I should leave a little bit of a culture behind me for incoming students to come and see and that we did something before and they should at least do similar or something different than what I did.
Leaving almost like a history here for like any future students coming here to experience something.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm still thinking about doing another Ramadan iftar because a lot of the students, a lot of my friends who are American now are very familiar for what Ramadan is, what like I'm so proud of because before that they know that Ramadan exists but they didn't know anything about it. So coming out of my comfort zone, it took me, I run across campus everywhere to get things together and get things on time, but I was able to do that and now they know well about it. Next year if I'm not here, they will still be able to mention it and say, okay, well, we did have a Muslim student before who did, Ramadan iftar, if that's something that you guys are interested in doing. So yeah, it is happening slowly though, since the diversity numbers are low on our campus. So making these things happen will draw students to our school and um, see if they're interested and if what I did.
Well, I'm excited what will happen next.
I'm excited too.
All right, to our next question. How does it feel living in the Midwest or Indiana?
So living in Indiana, I don't say that it's very different. Well, let me reframe the question.
It's okay.
Okay. So living in Indiana, it's a lot different from living in bigger cities. In my country, Sudan, I used to live in a capital, which a much more bigger city than Indiana. It's just like full of crowd, so it's just like New York or Chicago or bigger cities like that. Living in Indiana, it's pretty calm and a lot. The prices, of course, of everything it's affordable versus bigger cities. But going to school in Indiana, it's good to learn and have the one-on-one attention that you might need throughout your career, and be able to focus exactly to what you need to learn in order to go outside to the world and execute what you learned.
Was it a big adjustment when you came, like, living in a capital compared to living to, like, not a big of a city, still a smaller city, if that makes sense?
Yes. So it's a huge adjustment to me because my country again it's a lot bigger, and we used to see people and the way our culture is set it's a lot different than the culture here. So at least like we do have neighbors that in Sudan we do have neighbors that will come in almost every day or every other day. Versus here, we maintain to stay at home and not go to any neighbors' houses, or it can just be my neighborhood problem or my neighborhood style. But in my country, it's not the same thing. So I miss that a lot coming here, being home. Like if I'm not going to school or work, I just have to stay home 24/7 or go to the YMCA or library. Sometimes you really need to, go to people's houses or people come to your house and interact with people versus like going to a library to read a book or going to the YMCA to work out. You can do those, but it's not gonna be as fun as you enjoy your time with your friend or your cousin or so.
It's better to have a human connection for a company or to pass by than rather just like sitting at home.
Yes.
I would agree with you in that aspect.
Okay. So the challenges of being a student in the United States. Or
Just a student overall.
Okay. So my answer to challenges of being a student overall, I can say many, and but they're very easy to overcome, such as balancing time and also family at the same time. For me specifically, I'm learning a second language, so it's taken almost 100% of my time where I go to school, come back, do homework, which just takes me twice the average student's time to do homework, and then I have to just rest so I can get ready for the next day. So from what I'm saying right now, that is like literally almost zero time to sit with family, chat, or do any of that because on my weekends I have to go to work. So balancing school and also family, it's quite challenging when you're students, and also at the same time we are learning to become adults and how to manage ourselves and our schedule is quite a bit of work for us to do.
Yeah, I understand that. Like as for myself, I know I've been studying English for a while, but I understand the aspect of like learning the language, how it took me a while because I lived in Mexico for a while, then came back and I was behind compared to the other students, and so it's like that catching up is frustrating. And then I'm absolutely proud of you learning a second language and then going through those obstacles to speak the best way, and then you telling me how it takes you probably longer because since English is your second language, it will take longer to understand or sometimes weird. It's English. I always say this to make myself feel better, but English is one of the hardest language out there.
It is, yes.
Yeah, it's made out of what multiple different languages, different like bits and pieces, and it can be frustrating for people when learning English. But English is one of like the main languages spoken throughout this country and on the other countries.
Yeah, just learning English, it's not, going to school and not having any dedicated time to learn the language itself. It's like double challenging, I would say, because until today, I never had a class that is just dedicated for me to learn English. So I'm learning English as I go throughout my classes. By doing homework or by doing the reading for the assignments. That's how I'm learning how to read and write and whatnot. And then talking to people, of course, making connections here and there. It's helping me a little bit, but I think it's just taking a lot of time. I'm pretty sure it's gonna take even more time for me to get to the proficiency level. But yeah, but it will get there sometimes.
Well, I think you're perfect.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so in 5 years, my goal is to become a physician assistant. From day one, I know that I want to become a provider. Coming to the United States, of course, with the language difficulty, I refrained from going to a medical school to a physician assistant school because I just cannot handle going to school for about 10 to 15 years maybe, depending on the specialty, of course. So by 5 years, I will be a physician assistant, and also if I did stay in the United States, I will be practicing at least somewhere around the states here, and also maybe I will have family. Who knows? But then,
How exciting!
thank
I
you.
hope whatever you desire comes true. And if I need something, like like a little checkup, I know who to go to.
Of course, absolutely. You're more than welcome to come
Thank
and
you.
see me.
All right, ready for the next question?
Yes.
It's
fine.
okay. It's fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna be quick. So I learned from you as being I learned how to become a leader by giving tours around campus and leading some of the projects that I have to do in class, labs, and doing different experiments every semester. It taught me to gain trust in myself and be able to do something in lab and know for sure that I did it without any doubt in me. Another thing that I learned while being in USF is uh, people people's kindness to me, and I learned how to become extra kind. I don't say that I'm not kind, but I learned how to become extra kind to people and acknowledge when things are not going okay. And that is a huge thing to learn about myself because I always put myself to just work hard and move to the next point. But here I learned to slow down a little bit and acknowledge if something is not going well with me and reach out to the help that is around me and say, I am not okay, I need help. And yeah.
Thank you for telling me everything. Thank you for telling us a little bit about yourself and your life and your personal experiences. Also experiences as here at USF and being a student. Especially one of the things that you said that really pointed out is that you were the only person from your culture here on campus, and I understand that that's like a difficulty or like challenges you may face. And I think you're just an amazing person, and you should definitely be proud of yourself. And like you're getting ready for graduation too.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here today and being able to listen to me and interview me for my cultural perspective and my experience here at USF. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Well, that will be it. Thank you for everyone for watching, and I hope everyone have a good day. So, you want to say bye?
Okay. Bye.
Bye.